Hello everyone, today's tale is called Boyfriend May Have Raped Me While I Was Asleep. Enjoy your viewing and enjoy your meal. I don't even know where to start this. I fell asleep at around 12 p.m. and woke up with pain on my neck and private parts really bad. I noticed that I was kinda crying with boogers down my nose and watery eyes. I asked my boyfriend if something happened and he said no and that he doesn't know. We had sex earlier and I thought maybe that's why it hurt. As for the neck, maybe I slept in a bad position. We watched a movie and then I started to feel super tired, like pill kind of tired, which is why I asked if I had taken something because I really wanted to sleep and he again said no. I believed him and went to sleep since it had been a really tiring week. It was like 2:30 a.m. I woke up at like 11:35 and couldn't really get up. He got annoyed, but those of you who take pills know how hard it is to get up when you take really strong sleep meds. I ate some pizza then went to sleep again. I woke up at 5 p.m. still sleepy and I asked again if it took anything. He finally said yes. That he gave me half a sleeping pill, the ones I stopped taking around 5 months ago, so you can imagine how bad it was. I called my mom crying because I wanted to go home. I could barely keep awake and he was irritated by what was happening. At the end she couldn't come and I had to take an Uber, to which my boyfriend came in the car with me. As you imagine, I was falling asleep the whole time. My dad accompanied me to the house and my boyfriend followed. I went to my room while he talked with my mom. I feel asleep again. I woke up at 11 p.m., took a shower, sleep again by 11:30 p.m. I woke up this morning to texts of me asking why he did that to me, that I asked to stop multiple times, and that my body was hurting like crazy. I really can't remember saying that. Was I really raped? Now that I think about it, if it really did happen, he must have choked me really bad because I know that type of pain. I've felt this pain before and the idea of being raped asleep is horrible to me. I haven't talked to him yet. I'm scared. Why did he lie? Why can't I remember anything? I really hope I'm just making stuff up, but that, I know I was wrong. Text is haunting me. I don't know what to do. I've been throwing up and hurting a lot. I cannot move my neck because it hurts so bad and my privates are making it uncomfortable to walk. The following tell. Nurse here. Go now. The longer you wait, the more difficult it is to get evidence. Showering, peeing, changing all matters, but since it was recent it is still viable. Also, tissue does not lie. Injuries can be seen and documented. This behavior shows premeditation and experience, or at the very least research. Do not let this happen to other girls. Please, please, please. If not for yourself, then for those in the future. Even if he did not rape you, then have that as a medical fact. Do not always wonder what happened, although, in your heart, you do know what has happened. Best of luck to you, darling, and regardless of your own religion, know that I am praying for your safety and for you to eventually find peace and resolve. Also, to edit, they also can run tests to ensure you have not gotten any diseases from the encounter, and give medications to prevent pregnancy and to prevent STD and AIDS. Since you do not recall the events, you cannot even be sure he was the one who raped you. So sorry this has happened. The following tell. I've had to get one done, with my dad waiting outside of the room. It is no more intrusive than a pelvic exam. It is preferred that who don't shower or change clothes before having one done, but that's not the end of the world. If you are still wearing the same underwear, bra, bring fresh ones with you. They will want to take them for evidence. If you have already changed but have what you were wearing, bring that with you in a Ziploc bag. The nurses who do this specialized work are well trained. They will make this as minimally invasive as possible, and generally they are helpful and kind. Please just go. Think later. Act now. Protect yourself. You could have injuries that mean you shouldn't be asleep without being monitored. You could have injuries which can get infected or cause long-term issues. It is important that you get medical care in this moment. The following tell. That's why it's important to get the rape kit. You know deep down it seems like something happened. Getting a rape kit done probably isn't going to be the best experience you've had, but it's only as dehumanizing as you let it be on yourself. At least you will be able to go forward with proof or assurance or closure that you're not crazy. And you will have the option to decide what to do with that information. For example, going and getting a rape kit done is just a medical procedure. It's not necessarily a criminal procedure. I'm not sure what country you're in, but assuming a lot of countries you likely aren't going to be or can't be forced to report a crime that you don't want to. I would double check where you live. But getting checked for signs of assault that may have happened when you were drugged is not going to automatically create a police report and allegation against someone you're not 100,000% sure actually did something. It might be easier for you to try and remove yourself from the situation and start thinking about it or acting out on it based on imagining it was a friend of yours or a daughter or someone you cared about or were responsible for. It can seem so hard to make moral decisions when it's yourself. But sometimes when we advise or judge other people, the answers become more obvious. If this happened to your best friend, what would you tell them to do? The following tell. You're not going to ruin his life just by getting the kid done. You don't have to tell anyone who did it. You don't need to file a police report to have the kid done. They take the DNA and store it until you want it used. And if you never want it used, it'll just be stored there. I completely understand how you feel. He's your boyfriend, you love and care for him. You don't want him to get in trouble. I've been in a similar boat. Someone I considered a friend and trusted assaulted me, and getting a rape kit done was difficult because I was so scared of hurting someone I cared about. Even though he had raped me twice. I don't regret it. I was scared of the process, but the nurses were very sweet. They called a rape victim advocate who gave me gifts like clothes, a teddy bear, and resources in a tote bag I was allowed to keep. I felt a little silly for accepting it since I was a 21-year-old adult, but they were so kind to me. They supported me going to the police but didn't pressure me into doing so. It's better for you to get checked out and find out nothing happened than not get checked out, find out something did happen, and regret it. They don't force you to do anything you don't want to do. They will take photos, but if you don't feel comfortable with any penetration, they will respect that and instead try to get DNA evidence by swabbing the outside of your body. Even the clothes you wore can help. You don't need to go to the police. But please, for yourself, at least go to the and ask for help. Thanks for watching, come back again.